minutes. I'm sure all of you know that there was a great meeting this whole last week in Dallas, and it was the Build Conference. And there were just so many great takeaways and so many great things to share. So we're going to share that just a little bit here in a minute. Matthew, how are you doing, Matt?
Man, we're doing fantastic. I'm still holding down the fort here at the Gaylord. And just still reeling from the event. It was, I'll tell you, they get better every year. I mean, it's just, I was at Build last year. I mean, Lexi and I have made a commitment. We never miss an event. We try to be really coachable. And Brent Gove said he never misses an event. We want to have Brent's results. So we never miss an event. We're like, okay, that's what Brent said. That's what Brent did. I like his results. So I think I'm going to, do the same thing.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, while we're waiting for everyone to jump on, I'd like to just share a story. I'm sure many of you have heard my 4 keys to success that I've always followed. Number 1 is mindset. Think big, growth-minded, learning mindset. Well, the event was all about that, 100%. Number 2 is always how you spend your time. Extremely disciplined, doing the right things in the right order because of the Pareto principle. There's 20% of your activities that will give you 80% of your results. And so the event enabled me to focus on those activities. And then number 3, of course, who you spend your time with. Jim Rohn says you're the sum total of the 5 people you spend most time with. Get in rooms with big people. And it's at these events, it's not all about, the meeting. What's the saying? Oh, Stephen Covey says, a lot of times you learn more in the hallway than you do in the classroom. And I had some great takeaways and nuggets from just collaborating and chatting with others, having coffee and lunch and, on a walk. I was walking with Tina Call to one event and just kind of chatting. And then the 4th is just to take action. And I think one of the things that has really helped my success is to go to these big events. I've always gone to events across the country to just collaborate and really learn what's happening. I always say skate to where the puck is going to be. Well, how are you going to learn where that puck is going to be unless you're collaborating and chatting with others? So I'd like to start off and share just a few of the nuggets that I got from this event. And then we have others that I'd love to share as well. So one of the things that we're going through right now is, of course, the shift. It's a shifting market. We all know that. So there's basically 3 different stances that you can have. You can either freeze, and I see a lot of people are frozen right now. A lot of buyers are frozen, a lot of sellers are frozen, and a lot of agents are frozen, kind of like the photo was a deer stuck in the headlights, right? And then the second is flight. And then the third is to fight. And that is basically the stance that all of us are taking. Thank you, all of you, for coming here this morning. And, stand your ground, defend your position, attack, align, and dig in and persevere, because that's really the only way that we're going to be able to thrive in this market right now, because there's a lot of uncertainty, and we have to have the courage to break the patterns that no longer serve you. Tina Call said that. I just love that. Whether it's your business or your life or your relationships, have the courage to break the patterns that no longer serve you. And Glenn Stearns, the billionaire, said, he was there as well, and he shared, hey, while everyone else is kind of battening down the hatches to weather the storm, we need to be like a Navy SEAL. And he gave a great example of how the Navy SEALs will weather the storm. So we just can't let fear drive us. We have to push through our fear. We have to go through it. And Bill Pipes shared that it's a skill-based market. We need to have the skills. I mean, Tom Brady practices 5-6 hours a day. Kobe Bryant, he used to practice 6 or 7 hours a day. Tiger Woods practiced 8, 9, 10, 12 hours a day. So if these guys are practicing on their skills, why aren't we practicing more on our skills, on our craft? We can't practice on our clients. We need to practice and be ready and be prepared to serve and add value with our clients and create these relationships that will create a difference in their life and then in our life. And then, just have goals, have grit, have the mindset, be comfortable being uncomfortable, be consistent. Nothing, you don't have to be great. You just have to be consistent. And then Tony Robbins said, I'll kind of end with this. Matt, get ready. You're going next. So Tony Robbins always shares focus, and we get what we focus on, and we have to have extreme focus. So just for example, myself and some of our other leaders here, and Don Yoakum, we've been focusing on team leaders from other organizations and market center team leaders. And so for the last 90 days, we've been focusing on those. And we were lucky enough, we had 7 team leaders at the event that are like the sales manager team leaders of these big market centers. We had 7 of them there, and 3 of them are joining next week. So you get what you focus on, and be consistent and have a big growth-minded mindset. So thanks everyone for listening. I'm going to turn it over to Matthew for a few of his nuggets.
Awesome. Good stuff, Tom. Thank you. I know every event, you're always there, like on the edge of your seat, taking notes, writing down, implementing. I mean, literally, here's a quick little story about Tom, about taking action. We were at a little breakout session for success coaching, and Jarek Robbins, who's Tony Robbins' son, was sharing about this certain app and so on. And I see Tom, and I've been around him a long time. And so I'm a student. I just learn. I watch. I'm like a sponge. He's over there, on his phone and little note thing. And I go, are you already implementing this thing? Are you already getting your staff and people working to implement? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, dang, that is such a phenomenal lesson to like, just take action. Right. So I have a special guest with me. This is Carol Nolan. Okay. She's an icon producer that's new to our organization, our team, about 3 months, maybe 4 months, out of Idaho. She was looking at maybe not coming to the event, for a variety of reasons. We all have them, whether it be finances, time, commitments, health, whatever, or all of them. And she may have had a little bit of all those. And she's like, I don't know. And I said, well, you know what? I don't know. What did I say? Why don't you speak a little bit? Because this is her first event. So take it away, Carol.
My real reason for really not wanting to come is I have been to big events I was with KW, and I didn't walk away with any value. It was just like, that was a lot of expense with no value to walk away with. And for some reason, I just felt compelled to go. I've been praying about my business, saying, God, okay, which direction do I go and what do I do? Because I'm at an age close to retirement. So I've got to get serious about what I'm doing. And then when I came in the first day, I'm like, the first class is over, and I went, wow, that was really good. And then the next speaker, and then they're right on it. It's like, boom, 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 value, 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 value. I'm blown away. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's the next event? Get me there, and calling people and texting them going, you've got to come see this. This is amazing. Let me tell you what's going on here. And what I took away, one of the things I took away, I'm right there with Tom, all of his things, but it was like, earn the right to be heard. Ooh. Get those skills down. Know what you're doing. Be a voice of power in your industry. And so it's just like, it set me on fire. It's like, let's go. Get out of the way, Matt. I said, what are you doing tomorrow? I'm part of it. Let's go.
And she was on, hey, I'm still working. I follow leaders. Look at Tom. Tom's a beast on the phone. So I'm here at the Gaylord. Is it vacation? Nope. I hopped on my Zoom. I did my agent attraction hour on Zoom that anybody's welcome to. And Carol, she hopped on and she heard me make calls. And how did I book some appointments today? Two icon producers
calls.
booked.
2 calls.
2 for 2, baby. 2 for 2.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. So just awesome stuff, right? Be an instant implementer and so on. So I'm just going to do the mic drop there on what Carol said. It's pretty awesome. Her first event, she's on fire. She's already booked her next event, right? Which is EXPCon. Like
I won't miss one.
Yeah, don't miss an event. All right. I know we got others that want to share it. I want to hear it.
Thank you so much, Carol, Matthew. Russ Enyart, how's it going?
Oh, you're muted, Tom.
I heard him.
We can hear you.
Yeah, I heard him.
Let's go.
I'm doing great, Tom. What a great event. I tell you, you got to go. And Tom puts his money where his mouth is. They've been recruiting team leaders for, he said, 90 days. I was at a dinner with Tom and fantastic leaders, and there were 3 team leaders at the dinner, and all of them are like, yeah, Tom called me. So Tom's the one picking up the phone, right? Starting the relationships. Y'all need to do that. I'm going to share 2 things. The first thing I'm going to share is around production. And one of the things that I thought was most impactful was a guy named Levi. I know not everybody's bought into the social media, but I look at the results that Levi has as a brand new agent, right? He is crushing it. He's far surpassed me, and he is a YouTube master, right? And he is saying you can't afford not to do YouTube, because if it takes you 4 hours to record one YouTube video, he shows that he gets about 1,000 hours of viewership from 4 hours of work. So you just multiplied yourself by a gazillion times, right? Imagine how many days and he went through the days and weeks and months that he has to put in to just do what one YouTube video does. So I urge you, if you've never done one before, to just do one, right? Around your area or your marketplace, do some searches on what you're trying to do, whether you're looking for buyers or sellers, and do one YouTube video. The second thing that I'll share is around growing your own team and your own network. I believe a lot of people came over to EXP because they believe that EXP is the key to their retirement, right? Start getting the downline. Don talks about it, one person at a time. The only reason he's not here, by the way, is he's on a plane back from Texas, but one person a month, right? If you did one person a month, it's life-changing within a few years. So when you're talking to these people, don't make it too complicated, right? Ask them, hey, where's your business at? From a 1 to a 10. There was one of the gentlemen that were one of the best recruiters in the country. And if somebody says they're at an 8, great. What would make it a 10, right? So find out where those pain points are, because EXP solves them all for everybody. But if you just start spitting off what you think are the key features to EXP, they may be for you, but not for them. So if they even say they're at an 8, okay, well, what would make a 9? What would make a 10? So every call that you're on, dig into where those pain points are, and then connect them with your senior leaders that can solve those pain points for them. Whether it be a Tom Davis, or a Don Yoakum, or a Randy Bird, or a Matthew Stewart, I'll jump on the call with you if you're looking for somebody that's trying to grow their production business, right? That's one of the areas that I can key on. But figure out where the pain points are. Don't just start talking about EXP. Listen. So those are my 2 big takeaways. Number 1, social media multiplies your time by a gazillion. If you're not doing it, you're absolutely missing the boat today. And number 2, if you're doing recruiting calls, which you should be, because we're all trying to change our lives. And honestly, we're helping other people change their lives. If we get them to EXP, right? We're doing them a service. Listen for the pain points. So Tom, those are my big 2 takeaways from the event. I had a ton more. You got to be there because, like you said at the beginning, having those conversations outside of the meetings with these amazing people that are all there, that's huge. But those are my 2 big takeaways.
Oh, that's awesome. Randy Bird, what's happening? What you got?
Hey, baby, how you doing, man? Thanks for
Good.
having me. And hey, Tom, can you stand up for a minute? You're always so well dressed. I just love, I love the shirt, and I love.
Oh man, you're calling me
A
out.
man after my own heart, right there. I dress like a newscaster very often. And you know what's amazing is because we can, Tom. You look amazing, by the way. Your wife outed you, and I love
Oh
her.
man, she's in
Listen,
trouble.
She is in trouble. I love you, brother. Listen, this event was special, and it was special for me, in many ways. Everybody has their own journey and their own experience. And it's easy to get caught up in the excitement and the hype. There was a couple speakers that really, really resonated with me, but I've heard Tony before, but Tony said one thing that I was open to hearing and open to receiving, and it freaking rocked my soul, right? I am literally weeping again, just saying the words, because I'm going back into that moment in time. But what I want to leave you with is just a couple nuggets that Randy Bird experienced, and that what I heard. And everybody has a different experience, right? That's why there's so many speakers, is because you might attract to one or two or several. But the one thing that affects all of you on this call, and that is dear to my heart, is the coming market will discipline the agents that don't discipline themselves. And I want you to understand that. The coming market will discipline you if you don't discipline yourself. We're here to love and support you. We're here to help you grow. We're helping you to reach goals and dreams that your family deserves, that you deserve, that maybe have been on your dream list and vision board and in your pocket for years, but those are only a moment away. And it's not that things are difficult. It's difficult to see the results before you have the results. And the thing that really got me is this is not a capital risk. We're not asking you for a credit card. We're asking you to risk your ego, because your ego is what's staying in the way, or has been in the way of the past, of you making these changes in your life that are going to be significant. And Brent was on fire. He did the equivalent of a sermon, and it was like, it was amazing. I mean, he was absolutely on fire. But one of the quotes from Brent was self-loathing never saved the world, right? So hurt people, right? Add a comma in there for emphasis. But what I want to leave you with is this is really the difference of the rest of your career. The next 18 to 24 months are going to be the identifying factors of if you succeed or if you are challenged in your business, and if you stay in the business. As much as it pains me, this is my love and my organization, my family. Some of you may not be on this call in 18 months or 24 months. Please, for the love of God, let's not let it be us. Let's let go of your ego, and let's bound and bind together as brothers and sisters and as humans, flawed humans, and find a way to make it through this next market together, because it is going to leave scar tissue. It's going to leave a mark. And so you have to find a way to discipline yourself. By the way, I want to celebrate you. If you're here, you've disciplined yourself to be on this call, right? Whether you're in Dallas or not, doesn't matter. You've disciplined yourself in your schedule to be on this call and listen to us. Plug into the things that Tom and Don and myself and Matthew and Russ do on a weekly basis. We do it for you. We don't do it for us, right? And so when you look at this, find a way to really pay attention to the disciplines in your business. Reach out to a leader if necessary to bounce it off of them or get support or help. But it's a big deal. And one of the other things, this is not a coaching thing, but something that struck me was the more you pay for coaching, the more you pay attention. It's when things are free that you don't give them value. And my clients that used to pay me $500 or $600 a month acted like $500 clients. The clients that pay me $2,500 a month act like $2,500 clients, right? And so the more you pay, the more you pay attention. There's a cost to come to an event like this. I get it, but that cost is going to show 10x rewards and returns for you. So the last thing I'm going to leave you with is, focus on this discipline and build a business plan. If you have a business plan and a vision board and everything else, don't scrap it, but I want you to adjust it. I want you to make a second business plan for the next 18 to 24 months, because it needs to be done. It needs to be adjusted. The last 2 years of the market are over, and it's not a scare tactic. It's a reality. So adjust your business plan to the adjusting market and get in front of us, and let us support you in that journey of reaching your dreams, reaching your goals, and more importantly, establishing a future for you and your family, because it's available for you and you deserve it. All right. That's all I got. I appreciate you all, and bye for now.
100%. All right. That was like a prayer. Amen. I love it. Thank you. So cool. So Alma, great to see you at the event. Alma, please share. We'd love to hear from what your nuggets were.
This was the best concert ever. I cannot even talk. I lost my voice totally. Tony he had whole segment on this. He said, bad times make good people, good time makes bad people. And we are coming in bad times, and there's gonna be lots of good people. Please concentrate on that, because he did whole slideshow on it for almost 100 years, right? On this and different times and what type of people came out. And this is our time to make a good people, and it's very important. One thing that every person who came on the stage and had slide or spoke mentioned God. It was like every Lord, God, Creator, they called it different name, but everybody, as much they talk about family, they talk about God, something that really bonds us down. And that's, for me, it's very important to start my day with it. Every person who came there talked about purpose. Purpose, you must to have purpose. You must to know why you're getting up every morning, because it's not hard. It's hard because I came last night, 2:00 in the morning home, and 3 days, long days, look at my voice and everything. But I'm here because I have purpose. I'm here because I have partners like Tom, like Randy, Don, all these guys. I have to be here for my partners because I have purpose, and they helping me my purpose, and they can help my purpose if I'm not here. And honestly, I would want to go sleep. I'm tired, I'm exhausted, but I have to move on, because bad times make good people, and I want to be good people. I want to be there in that line. I don't want to be another line like Randy, I think, said now. Please be here in 18 months, and I want to be here in 18 months, and I don't want to be last in the line. I want to somewhere up there in the line, and that's why I'm here. And the last thing here is everybody talked about be specific. Don't say, God, let me sell homes, let me get listing, let me get buyers, or I want to recruit God. There's a specific, how many homes do you want to sell? How do you go into about those homes? How many people you want to recruit? God doesn't understand between lines. You got to be specific to your goals, what you want. And those are very important things. I spent these 3 days mostly around 2 brokers and 1 icon agent. I had a lady broker. She has 9 agents. She has 2 licenses in Georgia and California. I have not asked this lady to move her agents. By end of this, she said, I'm doing this service to my agent in California if I don't move them in. The icon agent, he said, who are you guys? Who are you guys? Because we were family. Like, how long you know these people? From last November. I know his wife, kids, everybody. And they were like, I never in the world have seen something. I've been in the business for 20, 30 years. I heard everything. Who are you guys? And that's what it is. If you don't come to the event, if you don't sit at the table, have dinner, have fun, because we had fun. We had lots of, learning process, but we had fun. We laughed. We joke about each other.
Absolutely. We do.
And you can't feel the family if you're not part of the picnic. Come to the picnic, because every event is like, almost a year. Start booking those tickets. I have tickets for Cabo. I have tickets for the Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
As it comes out, I buy, because I don't buy last day. I don't like to throw my money. I work very hard for this money. I buy right away the cheapest one. You don't have to do luxury. Cheap. Get on that plane, come in and be with your family, because yes, we are family. And I'm going to leave you guys with that, because I have to fix my voice from this concert.
Well, thank you so much, Alma, for sharing. I love your energy. Deb, how you doing? Deb Britton, what do you have for us today?
Hey, my love. Oh, honey, what another. I got to echo what my sister just said. Y'all, listen to me. We're in this together. We are not alone. And if you are not coming and connecting and getting to know each and every one of these individuals as who they are, Alma, whether it's hanging out in the pool with you or just connecting on what the fabulous things you're doing on Facebook, you're such an inspiration to me, sister. And I just absolutely love that. Troy, what a joy getting to know you outside of a box on a screen. That was just so much fun, and just loved spending time with you and anybody else on here that I'm missing right now, because I can't see all your precious little faces. But the bottom line is that this is family, and this is your family. And you better come, you better spend that time, you better get to know them, because it's only in the value of a relationship that your business is going to survive. You see, it's not just about family here. It's about the family you're building around you and the relationships that you're building with your people. This is not a transactional market that we're walking into. This is a relational market that we're walking into. And every speaker echoed that. So y'all better make sure that you're walking in relationship with your people, because it's going to be critical. A couple of my favorite takeaways, y'all, were: number one, success is not to be pursued. It is to be attracted by the person you become. It's all about you. Who are you becoming today? And what are you doing to become the person so that you can attract like-minded people to you? Because you can't attract what you're not. The second thing was declare a goal. Come on, write it down. Do you have your goals written? Visualize it. See it as if it's already happened. This is my favorite part, though. And then come out of it, let it go and release it. Y'all, that was so brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Another one of these nuggets that I took away was have the courage to break the patterns in your life that are no longer serving you. We all have patterns in our lives that are not serving us, y'all. I mean, I'm telling you, I look in the mirror and I see some patterns in my life that are not serving me. So I am walking away from this event, actually embracing the second part of that, which is make a decision. Because once you've actually made a decision, nothing is going to keep you from accomplishing that goal. So y'all, I'm making a decision, and guess what? I'm going to look a lot different when I see y'all in Cabo. I'm going to tell you straight up. So I'm going to be looking good on the beach in Cabo. So I'm making a decision, and I'm breaking out the patterns that are not serving me well. So I'm going to challenge y'all in that today to just remember that you've got to have the courage. It does take courage to break those patterns. But most importantly, you have to realize you're only one decision away from a totally different life. A totally different life. Anyway, those were some of my takeaways. It was such a gift, as always, and I can't wait to see y'all at EXPCon and in Cabo.
All right. Well, thanks, Deb. Well, we're running short on time. I was going to bring a few other guests on here, but thank you, everyone, for sharing. I really appreciate it. Have vision, have purpose, make a difference. Now we all got our inspiration. Time to put in the perspiration. Love you guys. If you need anything, let me know. Have a great day, a great weekend. And we've got some great Zoom meetings next week. We'll see you soon. Thanks, everyone.
Make it
Have a good
happen.
day.
Thank you, Tom.
Thanks,
Good to
guys.
see you,
See
buddy.
ya.